Network security monitoring can be classified in multiple ways, so let's take a look at some of the more common NSM data types. We'll discuss these briefly for now, but in later topics in this section, we'll get into much more detail. First off, we have session data. Session data is a summary data that is associated with network conversations. Think of it like the details of who talked with who and when. For example, something like a detective examining a phone bill. Session data is based on the IP 5-tuple, and that includes source IP address, source port, destination IP address, destination port, and transport layer protocol. Full packet capture records all the network traffic packet by packet, which is obtained at specific locations in the network. The data is written to disk, commonly in PCAP format. Relating back to our previous example, this is analogous to a detective reviewing a wiretap, and taking it one step further, full packet capture details exactly what was communicated. Transaction data generally lies between the session data and full packet capture. This captures the details that are associated with requests and responses. As an example, an email server may log SMTP connections and summarize the email messages that are processed within the connection. Alert data is typically produced by IPS systems. Alerts are produced when network traffic matches certain conditions for which the IPS is configured to respond. This alert data is, of course, highly dependent on how well the IPS is tuned. But even a well-tuned IPS may produce false positives or false negative conditions. Given these possibilities, the analyst must be careful to trust alert data for what it is, and that is automated judgment calls made by an engineered tool such as an IPS. Statistical data is when the NSM data is collected over time. The collected data can then be further processed to produce statistical data. Statistical data can answer many questions to assist in understanding and baselining normal network traffic. Then, this data information can assist the analyst in recognizing deviations from what is considered normal and which may require further investigations. Metadata is data about data. This can be used to augment the NSM data that is directly collected in the SOC. Some examples of metadata may be geolocation data, reputation scores, and ownerships that are associated with an IP. Each type of NSM data provides unique value to the analyst, and no single data type can meet all analyst requirements. And as mentioned previously, correlation is key to the analyst's ability to use all the NSM data types. The analyst must be able to correlate events in one data set with events in other data sets. The IP 5-tuple is critical to event correlation. For example, an IPS alert may contain a full 5-tuple that is associated with suspicious network conversation. For example, using the full 5-tuple form of a session data entry can be used to extract a single conversation from a full packet capture. The SOC analyst should then use the correlation between different NSM data sets to fill in the blanks and then paint the full picture of an event.